What's going on, YouTube? Okay, so the title of this video is not clickbait, but it's just a play on words. And let me explain. I was watching a Cinnamon Toast Crunch commercial, and they have the cereal as like a character, and so the cereal, like one of the Cinnamon Toasts would had a monologue, and talking about, like, I don't know, he was doing some talking, but the whole scene is about him in the alley. There's another piece of Cinnamon Toast Crunch minding its own business, and the main character, main piece of cereal, starts to walk behind the other piece of cereal, and then when the other piece of cereal turns around, then the main piece of cereal pulls out a bottle of milk, and he says something like, "I gotta have my Cinnadust." Alright, so they jump to a scene where he's in his house, and he's talking some more ish, and he opens up the refrigerator, and there's like pieces of cereal, like the top half of the cereal where the eyeballs are, and then it might be a corner piece of the cereal where there's just one eyeball, and then there's other little, broken pieces of cereal in the refrigerator. And I'm like, yo, this is like Jeffrey Dahmer. And I was like, look at them being, people who created the commercial, them being the people that allowed the commercial to get played on the different TV or channel networks. And I'm like, they're making light of what Jeffrey Dahmer did. And at the end of the commercial, that main character is like, "I must have my Cinnadust." So that's why I was like, okay, to break that sentence down, he's like, "I must sin." Okay, I know that's my play on it, but obviously that's what he's doing. You know what I'm saying? For folks who are religious, it's kind of like, we shouldn't kill, because it's an act of sin type of shit, right? And I'm not going to get into it even further, because I can go on for quite a while talking about how that's a contradiction. So anyway, that's how I came up with the title, I Must Sin. Because it's like, yo, look at the families. If they see that commercial, the families of the victims that were killed by Jeffrey Dahmer. It's like, if they see that commercial, they have every right to be as pissed off as possible. As much, I mean, I would sue, or I would do something to sue for making light of, such a bad thing, such a fucked up thing. It's like, yo, I can understand if you made a video to where you can learn something, like how to recognize a killer, a serial killer, or a person with the type of mind state, so that way, no matter if you're straight or homosexual, you won't become a victim of you won't be preyed on by predators. There we go. So it's like, man, it's crazy. It's totally crazy. But I'm not gonna stay on here long. I didn't mean to give you the clickbait, but yeah, I was just like, it is obviously that these networks and these people allow content to be on their channels. Just put that on there, and they don't care, man. They don't. Most people don't even look deep into a commercial like that. And it's like, for real? Are you serious? Who's going to say something to help get these networks to be accountable, or to respect other people? You know, they're in it for the money, so, you know, if they're not chastised enough, you know, you gotta treat these people like they're big kids, you know? And kids need to be raised up properly. And nobody is making these people be responsible. You know what I mean? I'm gonna stop because I'm about to dive into a whole different level of conversation. So thank you for watching the video. If you've seen this commercial and if you share some of the same thoughts that I have, please let me know, because right now only me and my pop have talked on this level. You know, it's like as consumers and as people, you know, looking at watching TV and seeing this stuff, you know, we're not stupid. We see what we see, and we see that these people are getting away with this shit, and no one is really, you know, making these people, you know, suffer. You know, like we have to suffer. I'm not saying because we're woke, but we suffer because, you know, even though it's just a commercial, that's something that's going into our spirit, unless we click off of it. But, you know, once you see it, you can't unsee it. You know what I mean? So anyway, besides that, hope you have a good day. Hope you have a good night. Hope you have a good morning. It's possible to have a good day. You know what I'm saying? Just make your own sunshine. All right? Take care. Peace.